Does God exist?
Yes.
Where?
In heaven.
In heaven?
Yes.
Where's heaven? How many heavens do we have?
There are about 3 heavens.
3 heavens.
Yes.
Where is the first heaven?
The first heaven, you can call maybe like the cloud we see.
Yeah.
You can call it the first heaven.
Okay.
Then
and God is not there, right?
No, God is not there.
It's not there. Second heaven?
The second heaven is where we have maybe the galaxies and the
galaxies and everything. And God still is not there.
No.
So people can do whatever they like in the first heaven and the second heaven.
Okay.
Third heaven, so God is there.
Yes.
When you go to third heaven, you don't have to sin, right?
That's where God lives.
Huh?
That's where God lives.
That's God lives.
Yes.
So you are free on first heaven and second heaven.
I mean, free to approach
to do whatever you like.
Yeah, I can say so. I can
okay.
Say,
yeah. So this third heaven, where is this third heaven?
Okay. Like I said, the cloud we see.
How did you know about this third heaven? Who told you about the third heaven?
I knew from the scripture.
From scripture?
Yes.
Oh, by just reading. And then you believe, by just reading the Bible, and you believe that?
Yes.
You believe that there's a heaven?
Yes.
Third heaven?
Yes.
And that's where God resides?
Yes.
Okay. This God that you're talking about, where does he come from?
Where he come from?
Yeah.
No.
Which place?
Now, naturally, when a person is the landlord, without asking where he's coming from, he's the owner.
He's the owner of the land.
Where he is, he's the landlord. So
but he was born there, right?
God is the CEO of the world, so he can't say where.
Okay.
Yeah.
But does he have parents?
No.
No? So if he does not have parents, where did he come from then?
He creates parents.
He created himself also?
Yeah, he was not created.
I'm sorry, did he create himself?
No, nothing will exist without him. He was not created at all.
But all the things that we see, they come from somewhere.
That's good.
So where did he just come from somewhere?
He created what? Sometimes he created.
I'm talking about him coming from somewhere. Where did he created himself, or he came from somewhere, or somebody created him?
Now you see, he is God.
How many gods do we have?
Now he is God, and there are other gods.
Other gods?
Yes.
And these other gods they created themselves?
Sometimes human beings can make something and say this is their God, but that does not mean it's God.
Okay.
Yes.
So God controls everything.
You cannot say God controls everything because there are things He have committed to human being to control.
Okay.
So you cannot say He controls everything.
When you raise your head and you look above, whatever you see above, the zillions and zillions and zillions of galaxies, let me tell you, this is everything there is within the first heaven. Everything there is within the first heaven, and Allah is the creator of 7 heavens. 7 heavens! And the distance between the first heaven and the second heaven is 500 years. You know, the distance that can be covered in 500 years, at what speed? Only Allah knows. Only Allah knows. But it will take 500 years to get from the first heaven to the second heaven. 500 years from the second to the third, third to the fourth, fourth to the fifth, fifth to the sixth, sixth to the seventh. Every time it will take 500 years. After the 7 heavens, وَسِعَ كُرْسِيُّهُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. You all read the Ayatul Kursi. You all know the Ayatul Kursi. After this, you have the Kursi of Allah. You have the chair of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know these 7 heavens that we've just talked about. In comparison to the Kursi of Allah, they're non-existent. They're meaningless. Rasulullah has given an example in a hadith just to give us a little bit of understanding with regards to the 7 heavens in comparison to the Kursi of Allah. Take a ring from your finger, take it off, the small ring that you have, and place it, let's say, in a desert, the Sahara Desert. It's the biggest desert in the world. You know that ring that we take off from our fingers and place it in the Sahara Desert? What comparison is in between the ring and the Sahara Desert? Nothing. Nothing. The 7 heavens is the ring, and the Kursi of Allah is the Sahara Desert. After the Kursi of Allah, you have the Arsh of Allah. وَكَانَ أَرْشُهُ عَلَى الْمَاءِ. You have the Arsh of Allah. Again, Rasulullah has explained, so just so that we can understand. Take the ring, place it in the desert. This time, the ring is the kursi and the arsh is the desert. What is the kursi in comparison to the arsh of Allah? Nothing. Then you have angels which carry the arsh of Allah. Their heads are in the seventh heaven and their feet are in the lowest earth. My friends, then you have the Lord of the arsh and kursi. لا تدركه الأبصار ويدرك الأبصار وهو اللطيف الخبير. He is beyond the size of Allah, who Allah is, what Allah is. The greatness of Allah is beyond the comprehension of my little mind. This is the being that you and I are messing with.
Curious about the Quran? Go to App Store or Google Play Store, type Quran.com in the search bar. Download this app and open it. Go to Settings. Select your preferred translation language. To understand the context of a verse, always read the verses before and after it. Swipe from left to right to go to the next page, and from right to left to go to the previous page of a chapter.